Good evening. It's Sunday, 26th of May. We are talking of what happened in the last 1 week, week ending 24th May, and we'll also discuss of what can happen the next week. Though we have a Monday morning session, which I will be anyway doing the pre-market commentary, but this is an overall view. Now, last week was a very interesting week. In fact, now we are approaching the elections into what I call the last mile, and so it is interesting both on the electoral front as well as on the market front. For a very long time, the markets were sideways and within a range. Suddenly, on Thursday, the markets went on to make new highs. Now, this coincided with the all-time highs even in the US. So it's not unique that only we made all-time highs. Now on Thursday we made an all-time high on the Nifty as well as the Sensex. But surprisingly, we have still not made an all-time high on the Bank Nifty. Now, what is so important about Bank Nifty? If you really look at Bank Nifty or the financials, they contribute about 34% of the Nifty. And if you really look at the Nifty components, I was just analyzing, nearly about 80% of the Nifty components, that is the weightage, have not created a new high. Take Reliance or HDFC Bank or Lever or ITC, ICICI Bank. You got number of stocks out of the top 20 stocks. I just looked at top 20 stocks, and so they contribute about 80% to the uh, Nifty weightage. Out of that, only about three stocks have made a all-time high. So what is happening by this is that there seems to be a concentration in certain stocks which are taking it up to a new high. So now one way of looking at it is saying that the other stocks also will follow. The other way of looking at it is this market index being projected as if it is strong, whereas in reality it is not that strong. That I think the result, I mean the answer to that will probably happen not the following week. It will happen after that when the results come on June 4th. So what can happen next week? You see, tomorrow is a holiday, Memorial Day holiday in the US. Typically, on the holidays there, the bulls are much more stronger in the local markets. So one can expect something like that. Now, contrast that with what's happened to the Middle East today, where there is the flaring up of action today has created some kind of a concern. So we'll have to check on what the Asian markets will do tomorrow for us to even take a viewpoint. Then there has also been some escalation on the Russia Ukraine front. For the first time in many months, I think Russia has bombed a supermarket in Ukraine, which has created global alarm. So all this we will come to know only the on Monday morning. But right now, what are we doing? We are looking at, we have seen all-time highs. On Friday, we had a consolidation. The FIs came back to sell about 950 crores on Friday. The DIs, of course, were buying big buyers about 2,250 crores. So the match is there with a slightly positive bias because the DIs are continuously supporting the market. Whether they're doing it on their own or they're goaded to do it, I don't know. But nevertheless, this is what is happening when we go into the last mile. Now, yesterday was the day when the sixth phase took place, and this phase is where the ruling party actually got most of their seats right. So the opposition had no role to play at all in the sixth and even in the seventh phase. So the sixth phase, what the commentators are talking of, has been a tough fight. Now I don't know what a tough fight means. A tough fight will mean that okay, the runners-up competes and reduces the distance, but the winner is the same person as what happened last time. For instance, you take Delhi. Delhi has won 7 seats. The BJP won 7 seats last time, and this time there's people are talking of it being split 3-4 or 4-3 in favor of the BJP. One interesting part of the Delhi seats are that whoever has won Delhi has come to power in the country. So this will be very very keenly watched. This is a very interesting fact which I came to know only today, that this has been happening since 1967. Then there is another interesting state which happened yesterday was Haryana, where the BJP had got 10 on 10. Apparently, this time the candidates are not allowed. I mean, they're not being allowed to participate in any rallies because the farmers are attacking them every place. So there is a feeling that Haryana may split 50-50. So this will be very unusual if it happens in Haryana, that you get from zero, if they go to five, that is the opposition goes to five, and in Delhi from zero they go to say three or four, because Delhi has returned 7-0 in 2019, 2014, and 2009 in favor of the Congress. So it has been 7-0 for the last three elections. So this time it will be a split verdict. See, these are very important seats. They were number only was 58 yesterday, and there were another 58 on the uh, last day, which is of June 1st. So these may alter the equation if these numbers are what the so-called experts on the ground level journalists are talking about. I personally don't know what it is. So I'm still thinking it will be a subtraction election, which is the ruling party will get less number of seats than last time. But I am not having any idea about the number which they can get. But this is just analysis based on so many factors I've done, and I have gone wrong enough number of times to for me to go around giving any specific number. So we are seeing something slightly different in the sixth phase as per the ground reports. Again, it could be biased because you see, one party will always say, no, we'll win seven. Somebody will say, no, it'll be 4-3. Some people say it'll be a tough fight. So it's actually very difficult. But nevertheless, there seems to be have some fight which was not there in 2019 or not in 2014 in Delhi and Haryana for sure. Now, Uttar Pradesh is very difficult. Bengal has got its own way of doing things. Bengal incidentally gets 80% of people voting. So that is as far as the election scenario is concerned. That will affect us the after the next week. In fact, the following week. So next week also we'll have to be just hoping that something good will come in other areas rather than the election focused areas. So what are we doing? We are still sticking with our strategy of buying silver and gold. We bought silver again, silver Bs on Friday. We are continuing to buy on every decline, and we continue to add to our positions. And pharma and these precious metals is where we are. And it will be boring for you to listen to me day in and day out. I'll only talk of silver and I'll talk of pharma, because I believe that it's better to have some amount in defensives right now when we are going to the elections, because there's too much of noise. It was believed that easily the ruling party will get 350, then it became 330, now they're talking of 300. Now people are saying, no, even if it is 272, it is good enough. So we really don't know why these numbers have been reduced. Whether there is any real fear, we don't know. So I think at such times it is better to be in defensives. We can always use the money by selling the defensives on the day of the or next day after the results, and then go into stocks which we think will be interesting to hold for some few months. So that's where it is. So thank you for joining me on this session. This is Vijay here. Please note, I am not a registered advisor, and these stocks which I'm talking of, not a SEBI registered advisor. And these stocks are basically what we are doing for our family account. And if you like these sessions, please subscribe and share. It will be very nice for us. Slowly, we are building our numbers. We are about 700 now. Hopefully, we'll reach 1,000 in a short while. Thank you, and have a good Sunday evening, and watch the IPL, and hopefully it will be an exciting one for people who are interested in the cricket. Thank you.